Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Katharine Heller.
Katharine Heller, good to see you.
Hello, and hello to my sister Deborah,
Deborah,
who
shout out.
shout out. We love you. Everyone loves you. Our family is solid. Everyone hates our dad.
If you had to say who out there doesn't like Deborah and why?
I know. I think she's a wonderful
Okay, good.
person. Yeah,
Good.
we're
Okay,
good.
good. People are
Oh, our
writing in.
dad hates us. Yeah. Mhm.
Sure. Oh man, speaking of dads, people are. I got some good feedback about yesterday's show or the other day with Rojo Perez. My dad forgave me and said, "Hey, how about you?" And I said, "What? No, fuck yourself." But it's very nice to know I'm forgiven, and there's no problems on your end. That's exciting. The show is called Keith's Dad Forgives Him. It's very exciting, and I was sharing with Rojo. We were talking about the dad emails book and the different stories in there, just reminding him of stories my dad made up, had 4 PhDs, was invited to be on Johnny Carson to do his magic, but he didn't because he promised the guy he would do his show for $10 and it's all about integrity. Somehow, I guess they couldn't rebook him. All these made up stories. He was the best Wendy's sandwich maker in town, but he got fired as a manager because he took too long, but everybody praised his gorgeous sandwiches. And I was just reminded in an email. Yeah, don't forget, your dad became an Olympic roller skater after 3 minutes. My brother Ken is a great ice skater, not professionally, but I've seen him. He's very good. And he was like sharing some story about how he was impressed with something he did. And my dad's like, yeah, that is impressive. I know I was on a roller skating rink and I never roller skated before, but I was teaching myself how to roller skate and I crashed into 50 people. I'll tell you that much. So they pulled me to the side of a side roller skating rink and I said, that'll never happen again. And within 3 minutes, I did a double flying camel. And my brother's like, okay, never mind. I was just sharing a story with the
Who's the
family.
Australian woman who participated in the Summer Olympics
That
in
was my
the
dad. That was my dad.
Yeah, I was just saying maybe that's your dad, and
Yeah.
that was fun. Remember that the whole thing,
I
the
don't.
oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, okay, we'll go back.
My dad will fill me in though.
Okay.
I mean, he knows the Olympics. He trained the American weightlifting team. He taught them with hypnosis how to overcome their fears and beat the Russian weightlifting team. Meanwhile, for some reason, neither the Olympics or weightlifting was ever on our TV at home, and he never made us a sandwich. I just thought that was interesting.
So the break dancer is Raygun from Australia.
Oh, Reagan,
Remember?
I know.
That's what I'm
Reagan, we
talking
know.
about. So
Oh,
is
yes,
that your
yes.
dad? Maybe
My dad actually could beat. My dad is the second best break dancer in America. Long
next to
story.
Raygun. Okay.
Right. And if you ask follow-up questions, you're tired, go to bed. Okay. KeithandTheGirl.com/dad if you're new to this. Very, very exciting stuff. Also, KeithandTheGirl.com/VIP. We do last week on Keith and the Girl, where we talk about the guests we had on behind the scenes. We'll find out, was Catherine a piece of shit and you didn't know it? We're going to cover that next week. Q&A, we go back in time over the last 2 decades. What happened on that specific day every single year? And we shared, for those wondering, what happened to your intern, Andrea Allen, your producer? Well, we shared the story on Q&A, so be sure to check that out if you're into it. But we got to get to news right away. What is going on, Catherine? Now, I'm not saying you worked in the aviation business, but maybe you
Airplanes.
read
Okay.
something I didn't. What is happening with these airplanes falling down like dead birds just the other day? Yesterday, right? In
Yep.
Canada, a Delta Airlines flight. By the way, they're clear.
Upside down.
They go Delta Airlines flight. It's ran by Endeavor Air. So if you ask Delta, like, "Hey, you're one plane," like, you mean the one run by Delta, by Endeavor Air? Yeah. Uh, Landed and flipped upside down. They did get everybody out, 80 passengers, some hurt but not critical. And the plane blew up just as 2 firefighters were leaving the plane. What the fuck is going on with these planes? Never mind, of course, Trump is just fired more employees of the FAA.
As a
Hundreds.
person who hates flying, also I want to say hello, Brad and Karen. I'm not an asshole. I liked listening back
Perfect.
to that episode, and they were like, "Catherine is not an asshole."
Oh wow,
I'm gonna I'm
you're
gonna
from
go
the
off
future.
about planes. I am
Yes,
very scared of flying. I do not like flying.
as
I'm
is.
claustrophobic. I get it. Like I know it's like takeoff and landing are the most troubling times,
Right,
and but everything else in mid-flight. So I take Xanax. I've just given up the ghost.
right.
What's happening the last 2 weeks is troubling, and I have to say I'm not trying to overextend this, but like a plane went upside downsies. That's
Yeah,
bananas.
that's
That's kind of weird.
crazy.
Did you watch the footage where it was
I
like,
yeah, it's a
oh, the
it's
wing
not.
went off and then it went upside down and people actually survived? What?
These are never as clear as you wish they were, but you see the
Right.
plane landing and flipping, and you
That's
get it.
weird.
You
I don't
get
like
it.
it. 10 out of 10 would not recommend.
And they say like, yeah, no, it's safer than driving and this kind of thing, but we don't fly the plane.
Right.
That's the part. That's the part that's the scary part. Like I have nothing to do with it.
Right.
A Delta Airlines plane landed and flipped upside down on the runway at Toronto Pearson International Airport.
Because the wing got clipped off and it went on fire. Remember I sent you the link
Yeah.
earlier?
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't know it was a test. Yeah. Did you say the? Yeah, you sent it. I forgot.
I
Who
sent it to
sent
you,
it?
yes.
Um,
Because
there's.
I'm a giver, Keith. I'm a giver.
I think these pilots got to stop making jokes. It's not funny anymore. I was on a flight not too long ago, and the pilot goes,
Seeing a girlfriend.
and this is right, and this guy's my co-pilot, he's gonna actually fly the plane. It's his first time, so fingers crossed, something like that.
LOL.
And then halfway through the flight, and it wasn't a joke, the plane went almost sideways, and you hear everybody freaking out, and then it goes back. And not acknowledged by the pilot. And I'm like, okay, so that joke that was so fucking hilarious
Wait, so
in the
what
first
happened?
place doesn't seem worth it. They fixed it, and we flew
What, what,
normally.
what, what went wrong? What?
And
Hold
I
on.
don't know. I didn't go to class afterwards, but it went fucking almost sideways.
I am going to Edinburgh this summer, and I am terrified to be on an aeroplane.
Right. Yeah.
So that's not gonna go well. Anyway, the point is there were a lot of crashes.
Yes, it went sideways, and then I grabbed my luggage because if you see, for example, this recent plane, they're like, "Get out, get your luggage later," and then everything blows up. I need my medicine kit. I really put a nice kit
That's fair.
together. Yeah, so just I'd find time to grab my shit. But yeah, so they have to save these people that are hanging like bats with their seatbelts.
Yes. And I love how they all just like stepped out all normal and they're like,
Right.
yeah, before the plane gets on fire, let's just get out. What would you have done in that situation, Keith?
TikTok.
Nope.
It's all about the fucking views. Okay,
I'd be
I'm
running the fuck out first.
I
Be
would,
like, bye.
I would grab my luggage. I really would. 18 people, or my backpack. 18 people were hurt, though none of them believed to have been badly injured. The tarmac
Emotionally,
seemed dry, though.
Emotionally, right?
Right. There's a lot of snow, but they're clear that it's not the tarmac's fault. Like, it wasn't so fucking crazy. 80 people made it off the plane before it burst into flames.
Oh.
The
Oh,
runway
it did
was,
burst into flame. I didn't know that.
yeah, the runway
fun.
was, quote, dry, and there was no crosswind conditions. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing good.
One wing severely crumpled, and the tail section was partially sheared off.
Okay.
Two firefighters, like I said, were jumping out a side door of the aircraft and sprinting to safety just seconds before flames erupted from the fuselage.
Oh, I didn't realize that part. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. Okay.
The airport shut down all arrivals and departures in the wake of the crash. What am I doing? I'm circling in the air, and the pilot's probably not telling me a plane went upside down. Like, we're just gonna chill up here for a little bit. Snacks are free.
Watch the in-flight movie.
Right.
Honestly, though, it went upside down. I've never seen
Yeah.
that kind of plane crash. That's no bueno.
I don't know if I saw it in a movie even.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So they're
Keith-
saying
yeah.
18 people were hurt. None of them believed to have been badly injured, and it's estimated half just wanted a $5 Amazon voucher. Okay. All right. The airport, let's see, the airport shut down, blah, blah, blah. A passenger posted several videos capturing the chaos on Snapchat, including one of her hanging upside down while still strapped in her seat immediately after the crash. Another person praised divine intervention.
Wow.
Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus is asleep at the wheel. This Jesus really doesn't pay attention what's going on.
I feel like if there was a Jesus, it would actually maybe made the plane not crash.
Right.
Just tossing it out there.
Jesus is like Superman. Like, he's got to spend some time with Lois Lane, but then he's like, all right, we're done fucking. Let me listen. Oh, shit, a plane. Fuck.
I mean, upside down. I think that, okay.
Yeah.
So the first one was the one that got hit by the helicopter.
The Black
right?
Hawk, right.
And then the kid getting taken from the hospital, they crashed randomly.
Yes.
And then there was another one, and then there was another one, and then this is the last one, correct?
Yeah, that I know of, yes. So
That
4 or
we know
5.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
The pilot was not Catholic, it says. I'm just kidding. We're
Oh,
believing, but this person
Was
does
the
say,
pilot your dad?
right, no, he would have made it. We're believing God for he would have blessed the plane. We're believing God for a full recovery. Never have we, says a passenger, never have we heard of a plane crashing upside down, but I thank him for his power preventing additional mourning in our aviation family this week.
Wait, I'm
Not
sorry.
today, Satan.
I'm sorry. That was a guy who's like, "Oh, God, save the plane,"
God saved the plane. But
but he
again,
made it go upside down.
he
So
kind of did
that's
all of it. And it
oh,
was all
he's a
his
trickster.
plan. He's a trickster. And if this is his plan, he just wants attention.
He's like, "Hey, check it out. Womp womp. It's a prank."
He makes your truck go over a bridge, but then he saves it last minute and he goes, huh? It's like, motherfucker,
Huh?
you pushed me.
It's the basic comedic ender of like, huh? Did you
Right.
find that funny? No, we did not. I don't like open mic. I don't like the open mic happening right now.
So it does seem like now's not the time you fire FAA people. I don't necessarily know what they do, but it sounds like something.
Well, so apparently it's years of training, and they have the highest suicide rate of suicide ideations because they have to sit for 12 hours a day in the dark
Mm.
and make sure planes land on time, and they're underpaid and understaffed.
I'm
So,
picturing this Doge, Elon Musk is like, what do you do? Do you fly the plane? It's like, well, you can see I don't fly the. All right, you're fired. Cha-ching.
have you heard about what Elon Musk is doing these days? Is putting rockets into space, and then planes are have to when the
Divert.
plane when it explodes, they have to go around the explosion,
Oh,
and
when the rockets explode.
when the rocket explodes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Why
And
not
that's
put
a
in
good
more?
time. Hey, Elon Musk, you do you. You know what?
I
Hey, little
saw
boy.
there was an explosion and it affected a plane a little bit.
No, 7 planes, by the way.
7 planes, okay.
Mhm.
And then I did see this on X, Twitter, where Elon went, "Never a dull moment." Like,
Yeah,
what's the
that's fun.
joke?
I feel like this little tiny baby child's having a blast. Good for him.
Right.
Yay,
I,
you do you, Elon.
I was
That's
just at the
fun.
store. 6 pack of large white eggs, $6.19. What's going on here? Limit one pack per family per day because eggs are over $1 each. What's going on here? I thought we were cutting costs.
It's not gonna happen. Oh my goodness.
For
Yeah.
those who like spreadsheets, maybe write this down. January 20th, 2025. Unemployment 4.1%. Gas 3.12 a gallon. Inflation rate is 2.9%. Dow Jones 43,487. Just make a note of that and see what happens later. Instead of Tom Hanks was on SNL and wore a MAGA hat, and he tried to make
Did
us
he?
look. Yeah, but it was obviously a
No, it was from
sketch.
the Black Jeopardy.
Yeah, he's on Black
Yes, correct.
Jeopardy, and he's obviously playing, a MAGA and has with the Eagle T-shirt. It's a shame. I don't like wearing flag shirts and Eagle shirts anymore. Those two things used to be awesome.
Wait, are you excited about the fact that the Eagles won, Keith? Because you are
Um,
from Philly,
no,
Pittsburgh.
no, but I had to pick a team, and I don't need a team, not the Steelers getting three in a row. So it was
Okay.
fun to see, and I do like a good blowout. I do like an embarrassing blowout when those cocky motherfuckers knew they had it.
Yeah.
When they're going out double dating at dinner the day before. Hey, I'm not saying I know what you do and don't do, but that's interesting. So
Well, I was
I got
thinking
very
about you
excited.
during that game, as you know.
Thank you.
So,
I was way too into it. I was way too into it. And Kendrick Lamar we'll talk about later. But I was on the edge of my seat during that, even if I didn't get half the words. I'm like, I get the
amazing.
word pedophile, I get the word A minor, and that's fucking crazy.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, there was Black Jeopardy, which was very funny. Eddie Murphy was there, being next to who's the guy that got in that truck accident? Tracy Morgan.
Tracy
Uh,
Morgan, yeah.
uh,
I did not watch this, just so you
okay.
know,
Well,
fans.
Tracy Morgan was playing a character. Eddie Murphy was playing Tracy Morgan. And they're standing right next to each
Oh,
other. And then he does a
cool.
great Tracy impression of how Tracy exaggerates everything. I only eat 4 cheese lasagna. You give me 3 cheese, get it the fuck out of here. It was very funny. Then Tom Hanks comes in, and Keenan Thompson is the host of Black Jeopardy. And he
Mm.
comes over to shake. It's understood, black people especially are into going to church. MAGA people are into church. And he goes, the problem with this country is people aren't going to church enough. And Keenan goes to shake his hand like, that's very smart. And Tom Hanks goes, do I have to touch that skin? And so
Oh.
that's what people are complaining about. Tom
But that
Hanks
was
and
that was the joke in the original sketch. That was the
it's
joke because he didn't want to touch him. Right.
right.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks and SNL thought it would be hilarious as this dork to put him in a MAGA hat and act out a stereotype of half the country in a desperate attempt to cope with Democrats' crushing defeat in November. Not surprising, no one watches SNL or NBC anymore, except you. And it is funny, everybody's somehow checking the I get hate mail like that. Like, you know what? I don't like that you called the show Not Like Us. That's appropriation. And who even listens anyway? You and a few other people. Tom Hanks, this is another one. Tom Hanks just came out on SNL in a MAGA hat for a bit where he acted like he didn't want to shake a black man's hand. By the way, these are these people saying, can't we make racist jokes even? Why is everybody a snowflake?
That's a callback to a little sketch.
Yes.
They had a 50th anniversary. My goodness, shut the fuck up.
This show wonders why their ratings are in the gutter. Really, were you reading that? Trump, there were so many SNL 50th specials these last couple weeks. It was endless. And they'll be back
unfortunately
March 1st.
did not see them, but you're yeah.
I'll fill you in.
Yeah.
The show wonders why the ratings are in the gutter. Trump won the popular vote. This tired trope that MAGA is racist is disgusting. You don't even wonder why we think that's a thing.
Well, they are.
You're shutting down all the diversity programs in schools, for example. Okay.
Yeah.
This tired trope that MAGA is racist is disgusting. SNL is an unfunny show for snobbish liberal elites. The current Republican Party is a Big Tent coalition comprised of many former Democrats. Good riddance, SNL. Yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere.
Can we talk about liberal elites for a hot second?
Sure.
Because everyone can be like, oh, you're white, you live in New York, you're skating on your privilege. I just paid off my student loans. I am not a liberal elite. I'm someone who cares about people. I've been to Starbucks once or twice, right? But everyone likes to be like, oh, and I know you, Keith, you grew up poor.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
And like, we're not liberal elites just because we can like want to talk about how we're feeling about the world these days, right?
Yes.
It just means that we care. And it just means that like, yeah, I'm not drinking a latte while talking to you right now. I'm drinking a water.
We're elite because we care about other people.
Yeah.
So who are we? The boss of people?
Every time everyone says, oh, liberal elites, it's like, oh, I have neighbors and I care about people and I watch their dogs.
Right.
I watch your dogs.
Liberal elites, but what a glorious day in America that on maps they changed it to Gulf of America. What weirdos walking around? Wait, you look very happy today, Felicia. Yeah. They changed it to Gulf of America. I'm so happy today.
Yes, best day ever.
Amazing.
I can't wait to make Canada our 51st state because you know what? They'd have 50 senators and a lot of votes.
Right.
And free healthcare. I'm going to move.
Of course. We're not the billionaires over here. I just took back some things to Amazon. By the way, first of all, I'm not good with money. Have you seen the Nate Bargatze commercial where it's like for DoorDash or something like this? And he goes, I just saved $6 on food, so I bought a jetpack. And he's confused.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. That was funny.
That's me. I just took back an air pump that didn't work to Amazon. I'm like, I guess I buy new shoes now. I'm fucking rich.
And like I said, I just recently paid off my student loans this year. And I just finalized my taxes today.
Congrats.
Thank you very much. Not like it's going to count.
I did see Liz fairly recently, I guess, but I'll see her in like a week or so.
Wait, how was your Valentine's Day? What'd you do?
We watched SNL stuff virtually. That was our date.
So you weren't in person?
We weren't together, yes.
Okay.
We were able to handle it.
I'm doing the P and the V move.
Yes. No, we had to do that virtual too.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you celebrate?
I sure did.
Explain.
I had a Valentine. He made me dinner.
Okay.
Snuggle buddy. And
Snuggle buddy. Make that.
But
what's that motion again? Snuggle buddy?
Oh,
you guys
Snuggle buddy. We snuggle.
What'd he make?
Watch TV.
What'd he make for dinner?
Ribs.
Yeah, you were snuggling all right.
Mm-hmm. And then we saw the pullback of Urinetown, the musical. That was a musical from 2001.
Oh, fetish play.
Okay. And we saw the closing night ceremony, and it was amazing. And the understudy of the main role, he went on that night, and his family was there, and it was so freaking awesome.
Good for
you. Urinetown, the musical, highly recommend. If it goes back to Broadway, do go.
Well, I will share this. This didn't happen on Valentine's Day. It happened just yesterday.
Are you talking about a sex story about?
No. I think me and Liz, it's been over a year now. I think we just had our first fight.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Tell me.
So
first of all, right?
What's that?
She has.
She has a kid, but the adults can still get into fights even when they have
Oh,
kids.
so
But
it
yes,
wasn't about the kid.
no, no. What am I going to have an opinion? I don't give a fuck. Okay,
Okay.
she's doing well. I'm correcting her to parenting. No, but all right. So I think people who listen know this. That TV show Severance. I saw the first season. I hated it. I
I
took
heard you tell about that. I've never seen it. So,
it's episode 3526 called Severance. If you want to hear me sing the finale, and personally, taking considering Ben Stiller a liar to me. And I've heard him on interviews. People are like, "Hey, it doesn't look like things are going to get explained in this fucking show." And he's like, "It will, I promise."
oh
Now I don't
no.
know if the money bags were coming in at the end or what, but it didn't. It doesn't solve shit. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I can do this. I'm not going to watch season two. I know it's not for me. Fuck it. And then Liz brought up, so season two's going to be playing. And I'm like, okay, I love you. I love everything we watch together. I'll watch it. Okay. I'm a good sport. We text and leave messages for everything that we watch together. Um, and I'm getting into it enough. Then I watched the summary at the end where Game of Thrones had this little things you missed or they repeat somebody's name if you forgot it because it is a tricky show with so many characters. I love those summaries. This summary for Severance is like, and he's a little confused because it's the different version of him. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me, Ben. And so I text, these summaries suck. And she goes, I think I want to watch this show alone without you. It was heartbreaking. And I'm like, no, I
Oh,
said the
shots fired. Good on
summary
you, Liz.
suck.
Good on you, Liz.
Right.
Okay.
The summary, well, not good on her, quite frankly, because I'm 5 hours in already. So I learn that you actually didn't like watching the show with me because there's shows that you don't want to watch with me, and it's the ones that seem overly complicated, like a Game of Thrones, like specifically Severance. Well, I didn't know this. So now I got to be like, okay, but texting and shit, like I would understand that got on somebody's nerves. You seem to love it. So you got to tell me now if this is a thing in our relationship. And she's like, no, it's specifically a show like this where that I watch twice to make sure I get everything. Yes, I encouraged it, but still no. So I learned that you don't have to watch it with me really means please don't. Because I remember we were playing like virtual golf. I remember a conversation where we were, and I'm looking at her fake face and she's saying, and she's like, so I'm going to watch this. I'm like, she's like, but you don't have to or something. I'm like, no, I want to. I like it. And she's like, okay. But I didn't realize until she finally came clean yesterday. She was saying, no, don't and took it like I was almost begging.
Okay. Can I say I'm team you and team Liz both?
Oh, perfect. Me too then.
I feel like she's being honest with you. And
5 hours later. Now I got this fucking show, 5 episodes left. At first I think I'm gonna watch it by myself and hate it, but I'll tell you what, and this will be the poll. Will Keith finish Severance season 2 within this calendar year? I think I won't, and I'm pretty proud of me. But no, that is horrible communication, and you should have said earlier. And I'm trying to convince myself that I'm not a piece of shit because she didn't say, but it is a little heartbreaking and it's a little sad. And what's a bonus sadness is that next Monday, we're going to be playing the Newlywed Game. Listen to the other 2 times we did it on Keith and the Girl if you search for a Newlywed Game. But this will be me and Liz against Courtney and Casey Salango and Courtney. And Courtney McGinnis. But do we even know each other?
Okay, I can't wait to watch you have the hate fuck moment when you get together because you're gonna have the sex.
I'm gonna text her as I'm fucking.
Yeah, and also she's awesome. Like honesty is the best quality.
I know it just took too long for the honesty, and I didn't know that I was doing something she wasn't really liking. And by the way, if you send these text messages, see these, you can understand the confusion. She really fucking pushed it.
To be fair, I also do not watch Severance for a reason, so I'm on team you for this part.
Thank you. I'll take it.
I heard it was terrible, and I trust you.
Sounds like 2-1, Liz. So far, good.
Ew. But Liz, I love you. You're amazing. I never met you.
I still love her.
Yes, you do.
But I mean, it's very sad. It's a very sad night for me.
I love getting in a fight with my loved one and then being like, now we're gonna have the best makeup sex.
Sure. That's what she was just trying to do, get me riled up. I'm not horny enough. Yeah. I mean, I'm not watching it, hating it. I'm getting into it because it is you. In fact, Vince, who shows up in chat, and my brother Ken is like, "You'll see it again. It's a phenomenon." And I'm like, "I'm promised, I'm not going to see it." And then they're like, "See, I thought you were a man of your word. You're watching it." I'm like, "Well, I didn't know I'd be in love. This is totally different."
All right, so
But if I'm watching, I can get it. I just finished Cobra Kai. I couldn't watch Severance if it's about us.
Cobra Kai's so good. Okay,
Oh my
have you
God,
watched
shut up.
Hijack? Have you watched
You lose.
Hijack?
You lost the point saying that. What'd you just say?
Have you watched Hijack?
No. Is it a TV show?
Yes.
I don't really watch TV shows.
Okay, so it's
With all that
HBO.
said. Okay.
It's Apple, sorry. And my Valentine's, we watched the entire series, all 6 episodes. It's about a hijack that
Oh,
happens
I figured.
on a plane, and
It takes
it's
6
great.
episodes for them to stop the guy.
Idris Elba is the star of it. And every time my Valentine was watching with me, it was like, next episode, please. Next episode.
Right.
We got more food. It was great. We watched 6 hours of Hijack.
All right,
So
good for
highly
you.
recommend. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
I still got movies to see. I got to see Love
Yay.
Hurts at 8%
Oh
on
wait,
Rotten
have you seen
Tomatoes.
the Substance?
Yes, I enjoyed that very much.
What
Yes.
was your thoughts about that?
Loved it. Loved it. I didn't have to keep explaining the fucking rules to me. I get it. So that
Yeah,
could
yeah,
have been
yeah.
a little
It went a
shorter.
little forward there. I fucking loved. I voted in SAG-AFTRA Awards for that movie. So
Out
I
of all the
voted.
ones for Best Picture in the
I
Oscars,
voted for Best Picture.
that's the only one I tolerated so far.
Yeah, I voted for it, and I voted for Demi Moore. I thought she was
Sure.
amazing in that.
Yeah, and that's her. Like when she gives her speeches, she is that character. Is that fair to
1,000%.
say? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to see Liz soon, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
But Severance is going to be playing that weekend, and I go, well, what are we going to do? And you know what she said, and she meant it. She's like, so we kind of have a routine, and we get up, we get it done. I take a shower. She goes downstairs, does her New York Times puzzles with some
The Wordle
coffee.
and the connections.
We do that together, actually.
Yay! I do
Very
it too.
romantic.
Yes.
Very romantic. In fact, the last connections. See, now she likes doing these with me. She knows I hate them. So I don't know where the fucking line is if you don't
That's my
tell
first
me.
thing I do in the morning. Liz and I should hang out together.
But I do them. I do them too. But they can go fuck themselves when a connection is Britishisms and you matched Buddy, Chippy, Footy, and Telly. Like what the fuck, poppycock is this? I texted her. I go, my heart beats for you like a Big Ben clocky walkie. This is some bullshit.
Tell Liz I would love to do connections with her.
Well, I'm with that said, I'm having fun. I even brought it up. I'm like, do you have fun when we do this and we compete against the other? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so you can understand the Severance confusion. Yes, I hate it and I love it, what we're doing. But anyway, she'll do her puzzles. I shower. Then we'll switch places. She showers. And then she's getting ready and, kind of takes a bit. And I say that to say, she said when in parts, when after her shower and she's getting ready, she'll watch parts on her TV. And I'm like, what kind of asshole would I be if I even allowed that? That's not going to ruin the flow. You watching 20 minutes at a time to this show you love in
So she
private
loves
on your
watching
bedroom.
Severance while you're getting ready from the shower. Is that
When
correct?
when I'm doing downstairs, she thinks she'll watch part of Severance. Like,
Well,
no,
good for her. Okay.
no, you sit down and you watch it if you like it. I'd sooner call my dad while you're fucking watching so you can watch
Yeah,
the whole
no,
thing
I
like a
wouldn't call your
human
dad
being.
ever.
Then she tells her friends, like, no, I wanted to not be forced to watch it in parts 20 minutes at a time in private. You know.
You two
Boy.
are adorable.
We are too much. But also, like, I do have to find something else to do when she's up there watching this show because I've looked through all the drawers and cabinets, all right? And so there's nothing new to find out. But it would be funny if I do see it. And I'm not. But if I do watch Severance, and because we're not watching together, we get different shit out of it. Like, I'm like, do you know lumen kind of sounds like melon? It's melon backwards, kind of. And she's like, that's not even close. I'm like, well, I remember when we were a team.
You two. You're
Yeah,
adorable.
Just sad. It was just
I think
a
you're
shame.
doing just fine.
We're
Good for
doing
you.
fine. We're doing fine.
You love her though, right?
I love her.
I know. I'm very happy for you both.
Yeah, no, we had a lot of fun watching that SNL special, for example, and Jimmy Fallon comes out during the Homecoming special, the 3 hour music special, at least 3 hours, and Jimmy Fallon is doing the Blues Brothers dance, and there's just and kind of emceed every so often. He's got, how do I say this? He's a tryhard. Now
What do you
that
mean
could,
by that?
I don't know. He's extra. It's too much. Like he's really trying to please. I know that sounds weird because he's a host and that's his job, but I don't know. It's just too much and it rubs me weird. It's also funny Dan Aykroyd wasn't in that Blues Brothers sketch, but anyways, uh,
I agree with you. I actually met him once, and it was like a bit much.
yeah, right,
He was like, "Oh, you're going to the bathroom? I am too." And I'm like, "Are
right,
you just speaking words at me?" And that's weird.
right.
He's very talented, though.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, we
Uh,
went to the same bar together, and he was sitting next to me, and it was kind of
right.
weird. No, he was fine, like nothing
No,
bad.
yeah, right.
He was just
He's
more like,
fine, and
"I am
that's
very
him, and
extra," and I'm like, "I am tired. I want to go home."
yes, and everything's not for everybody. But it's funny when, to me, when he does like he was he was doing some kind of thing to fill time, and he was
Mhm.
looking for people in the audience that he does impressions of. And you can tell he had it planned. He was going to do a long story, an
Yeah.
impression with Adam Sandler, but Adam Sandler wasn't there at the moment, and he's just struggling. And I'm like, good, because I don't know what you're
You know,
doing. I
truly,
don't
he's
think I
very
like it.
talented. He's very
Sure.
talented, and he's got a lot of energy. I'd like put it at that, you
He
know.
loved, and I think he has an alcohol problem.
I don't know about
He
that.
always, hey, what do I know? I'm just saying, it's just funny how there was a sketch on this recent 50th anniversary, different from the Homecoming special, and with Debbie Downer. And for
Oh,
no fucking reason, it's in a bar and he's the only one doing shots. Other people are pretending. I'm like, that's interesting. He just had on the two heroes from the Philadelphia game, the Super Bowl, and surprise, surprise, what's the skit? We all shotgun bears, and then he does it, and he's acting like he can't really do it. It's like, motherfucker, we heard how you broke your finger and all this stuff. Something's
oh,
going
wait,
on,
wait.
and it's
How did he break
just
his
funny.
finger?
Supposedly he was drunk and he slammed it in a drawer or something, but he made up a different story.
Oh
That's
no.
the word on the street. That's word on
Okay,
the
all right.
street.
I'm gonna step out of this conversation
It's
because
just
I don't
interesting when
know.
you see him drinking. I'm like, oh, you really
Mm,
forced that in there. What that have to do with anything?
yes,
Oh well.
correct.
Yeah, he just hits me for some reason.
Yeah. No, I get
Uh
it.
the in the music show there was a Bad Bunny, and they have he's had brass playing in the back, trumpets, trombones, and I played trumpet in high school,
You
and
did?
yeah, first chair, first whatever the fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
I played clarinet, so
well, did yours get you laid? Because mine sure
not at
didn't.
all. No, I
Yeah.
didn't get laid till I was 20. So
Guns N' Roses was never looking for that extra sound, and
mm.
I didn't get any pussy. But brass is always funny to me because he's playing like some sweet song and you're into it, and then the brass, of course, they have to pause for a second and blow their spit out that spit valve, and I'm just
Oh,
like,
that's right.
hey, how's that exciting? We're in fucking tuxedos. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bill Murray did one of his classic skits with three women that were singing along with him. He's playing his lounge singer bit, and it was Anna Gasteyer who happened to be in it a lot. And I always think about this when see her. I saw her asshole. I was working at a fancier diner in the city. She happened to be pregnant. She's wearing maternity
Wait,
clothes.
Anna Gasteyer?
Anna Gasteyer, and those don't necessarily fit well. Um, and I could see her ass crack as I was serving her, and it's
I
very
have
exciting.
auditioned in the same room as her and also Debbie Downer
Oh
because
yeah, okay.
we're the same voice
Did you
over.
see her asshole?
No, I did not. I did not ask.
Thank you. Well, I didn't ask. I didn't even say good for you. I'm just saying it
Oh
was very
my
exciting. My little
goodness.
brush with fame. Yeah,
Okay.
good. Yeah, good tipper. Good tipper. Eddie Vedder was singing, was doing music. He's great, and this was their version of an in memoriam. Uh, he started just naming people we lost: Gilda
Oh no.
Radner, John
Wait, what
Belushi.
happened during the SNL?
Yes, yeah. So he's singing, and then like during a break in the song, but the music's still playing. He's just sharing love to people who died, and
That's weird.
it wasn't a boring way to remember how people died, and I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Gilda Radner, he's mentioning John Belushi, Norm Macdonald, Kanye West. Just kidding.
Wait, Norm Macdonald died?
Norm Macdonald is dead.
Oh
Yes.
shoot, I forgot about that.
Well, he's still dead.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Did you ever get into B-52s were there? Diva was there. You ever get into that surf reality bullshit?
Yes, I actually have seen them perform live.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
They do like a Love Shack 18 times or
A
what?
1000%, yes, basically. And it was great. It was awesome. It was called the Bartender's Ball. And back when Camel Cigarettes hosted this thing when I was a bartender, we got free tickets to all the shows, and they were one of them. And it
Okay.
was hilarious. They were like, "Hey, Love Shack." We're like, "Yeah, we get it."
I saw so Backstreet Boys performed.
Oh, at SNL?
Yeah, and during the music show, which was almost all music. Um and people were like you, like, "Oh my God, it's all five of them together," and they're, acting like they're fainting and shit, these celebrities. But I can't help but wonder if like a Backstreet Boy at the end of the day is like, to whoever, "Hey, superstar, you want to go back to the hotel?" And they're like, "No, it's not like that." I was just fake coming in the audience, but not
I feel
really.
that way with like when you're a celebrity, when it's like, "Hey, want to go home with me?" And it's like, how lonely are you that you just met a person? I'm
Right.
sorry. Okay, wait, Keith, before you go on,
Please.
I have two
Fortune cookies.
fortune cookies. Which
Okay.
one would you like me to open for you to give you a fortune? This
The
is a
one the one
Valentine
on the
one.
left, and we'll see if it has to
This
do with
one?
my love. Yes.
Yes. All right. So
By the way, as you're opening that, my friend B. Jason just showed me he got a fortune cookie. It's usually just a
I
little,
love you, Jason.
yeah, a little stupid saying and maybe lottery numbers. This one says it's old fortune cookies from when RFK Jr. It's an ad when he was running for president, and it says "Make America Healthy Again," and a QR code going to his website. And now they're just finally making the rounds, these fortune cookies.
So, Keith, would you like your lottery numbers or would you like your fortune?
Start with the lottery numbers.
Okay, we got hold on a second. 10, 9, 36, 39, 23, 51.
51, I would assume. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
good. That sounds
And
good.
then, are you ready for your fortune?
Of course.
Tonight, you'll be in the spotlight.
Okay.
Look at that.
Look
Fortune
at that.
cookie.
All
Go.
right.
All
Sounds
right.
sounds like I'm winning
Anyway, keep
golf.
going. What else do you have on the menu for this evening?
Lady Gaga and Adam Sandberg did like a melody, "Dick in the Box." I just had
Dick in a Box is
sex.
so good.
Yeah,
Yes. My mother loves that sketch.
it's
It's
very
weird
fun.
when your mom's like, I love that. And I'm like, oh no.
I wish they brought up as a joke Ashley Simpson. She should have been there and have her like introduce somebody, but make it obvious she's lip syncing talking. Wouldn't that been funny? I wonder if they
This is
asked
why you
her.
need to write for SNL. So there's
Right?
that. Mhm.
That would have been a good one. Then they had, you might have seen this online, the music teachers, Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer. Anna Gasteyer can really sing. Will Ferrell, who can also carry a tune. Will Ferrell's
Anna
at the
Gasteyer played
piano.
Alphabet on Broadway and Wicked, by the way.
Oh, there you go. So I'm not surprised.
She can actually sing. Yeah.
And they're doing these corny, goofy songs, and very funny about it. And then they did the Kendrick section that everybody's talking about. But
Which
even in
one?
this, even in the Super Bowl, which one? You're funny. Even in the Super Bowl,
The last song.
right, not like us. Kendrick Lamar is saying, certified lover boy, certified pedophile, and in the Super Bowl he goes certified and he doesn't really say it, but he does say A minor. In the SNL skit, they're singing everything slower, and Will Ferrell goes certified lover boy, certified pedophile, and then goes, Drake's trying to strike a chord. I bet it's A minor. But then they do it like 10 times, like they're really trying to find the note and putting their hand like high and then low, meaning a small kid. And they're like, A minor, A minor, A minor. I'm like, holy shit, Drake,
And
you're
he was wearing the
done.
thing that he was wearing the A minor jacket thing. The
Well, during the Super Bowl, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And so I don't know how unlifing isn't going to happen to Drake. Root, doot,
Wow.
doot, doot. It's fucking crazy.
Wow. Okay, I need to watch this. I'm sorry. I've been a little bit busy at my job, as you
Well,
know.
what are you going to do?
So I gotta watch some things. Do you
Right.
want to open another fortune cookie?
Please, you're having a good time.
Why not? All right, so this is going to be for me, right?
Okay. It's just a number 7.
Wait for it.
I like that you didn't prep it.
Okay, here we go. So the numbers are 35, 4, 46, 48,
Oh, oh,
9, 56,
oh, no, no, no,
54.
no, no. No good.
You ready for this?
I am. If you're
This
in the
year,
spotlight too, I swear to God.
this year will be full of surprises.
Well, surprise, surprise. The plane's upside fucking down.
There's that.
Surprise,
Yeah,
surprise. You're
I'm
going
very
to
not.
Edinburgh.
I'm not looking forward to going on the airplane. Keith, thank you so much for having me. What else you want to talk about?
I want to talk about SNL for 18 hours.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
Keep going. I just didn't
Um,
watch it, so heads up.
sure, sure. Well, I'll explain it all. This should Like, what does Drake do now to seem like a I don't know, to seem like a person? He's doing weird fucking shit.
So I
He's
do know
he's
that he's a
performing in
pedophile.
Australia. You know he's a pedophile. He's performing in Australia and he's playing as if it doesn't bother him the Kendrick song over speakers and dancing to it at his own concert. That is fucking weird. You're not tricking me like you're pleased with it. He's a weirdo.
So I feel like, and having experience with pedophiles, spoiler, they're
Uh-oh.
always very charming, right? They
Okay.
always think that they like to groom you and know what they're doing. They're funny, they're hilarious, they're
Right.
charming. And I feel like he's just going for the gold. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm into kids,
Yes.
whatever. Enjoy
Was
my
that
music.
was pedophilia? Was that a family member?
No, gymnastics teacher. I've talked about
That
this.
God damn it! And do you
Yeah, yeah,
see?
yeah. A
And is
Russian gymnastics teacher.
do you see
He
like
rubbed
when?
his dick against my thigh when
Oh
I
my
was
God!
in,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Whatever.
Were you good at gymnastics?
I was until that day.
That'll do it, right?
Yeah, I went home crying and,
Did you tell people?
I didn't tell anyone till I was 32 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you look him up? Is he still alive?
No, he's dead. He was 60 years old during the time when I was 10, so I'm guessing he's
Okay.
dead. Yeah.
Do you wish he was alive for whatever
No,
reason to confront
no,
him for
not really.
anything?
Also, the reason I told my mother I couldn't take gymnastics class anymore was because he slapped me on the butt when I didn't do a move right, and he was like
Okay.
really mad and he hit me. So I said, "Oh, Alexi hit me." His name was Alexi. And my mother was like, "I'm never taking back to that class again." And I was like, "Phew, I don't have to tell people I was molested by him." Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like that was like out of there, done and done. But he molested all the girls in the class.
Do you find yourself if somebody tells you a horrible story, do you let it go or do you say, "Hey, not my place and with peace and love, but tell
Well,
somebody."
it's a toughie because when you're a kid, it's hard to tell the truth when your parents are paying for you to attend a thing.
Any kind of
And
sexual abuse, even an adult, I mean, that
what do you
you're
mean?
in
Like, so
well,
question.
you're in art and theater and these
Yeah, I've
these
talked about this on stage. Yeah.
would do like has somebody shared a story to you and you're like, "Yes, go to the police." I know why you wouldn't do
I
it.
would, I say to them, whatever you need to do right now, and it
Okay.
depends on who you want to share it to. I understand if you don't. I get it.
Right.
So,
You
yeah,
ever,
yeah, I'm okay talking about it. I'm totally cool.
you ever see that you see that meme with Drake Hotline Bling and he has his like hand up like, "No, I don't want this." And then he has his finger like, "Yes, I want this." It should
Mm,
be like him looking at IDs. He should put that meme out and it's like 30
mm,
years old? No. 62 years old? Yes. Now we're fucking talking.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm really proud of the thing I wrote for the theater company I'm with, the New York Near Futurists,
Hmm.
where I talked about being he we used to come to the changing room when all the girls from age 8 to 11 were getting changed to our leotards, and he
Who
would
did?
watch
Oh, this
us.
guy did. The teacher did.
Yes. And
Fucking
this is
Christ.
why it's very similar to our current
Yeah.
president, Donald Trump, who used to walk into changing rooms of girls. And they were trying to
Mm.
be like, oh, hey. And like, I used to love gymnastics and I had to stop doing it because I was traumatized. But I did a nice cartwheel.
Have you done it for fun since? Have you?
I really want to. I would like to
Yeah.
go back to it. Yeah.
You start a class. You're just doing your
Yeah, there's
gymnastics, but you're
older.
crying.
I turned 49 in 2 weeks, so there's older lady gymnastics classes, and I would very
Okay.
much like to do that. Yeah.
All right. Good for you. Good for
Hey.
you.
Also,
Uh,
people listening at home, if you're a survivor of molestation, I hear you and I see you. So,
all right. I'd see you, but I'm not walking into that room. It's none of my business. You know what I mean? All right.
no, thank you for that's yeah.
Of course. Thank you. Little Pip says, I enjoyed Kendrick's show. Loved when he looked right at the camera when he said Drake's name. I understood as a white person, this is about the Super Bowl, that it wasn't completely directed at me, and that's okay. I don't get mad. Yeah, conservatives are complaining, like, what is this bullshit on my TV? Where's Johnny Cash? I don't get mad when Gabriel Iglesias says a few jokes in Spanish without translating. I should have practiced my Spanish more. I thought we learned as kids that not everything is for us or about us. I hear you. I learned about this fucking Severance. Some things are not like us, you know.
Yeah.
But Kendrick is the first rapper to get like 100 million Spotify listeners a month. He's, you know, he
That
has
was a
song.
great performance, though, I have to
It
say.
really was. In fact, I'm looking at the top movies of the weekend. Number one, Captain America. Number two, Paddington. Number three, Not Like Us. Oh, in movies even. Oh my God, this guy's
Wait,
good.
Paddington is a thing?
Paddington is a thing. Yes.
Wait, is that a cartoon?
Yeah, it's a.
Paddington
I
Bear?
think it's a CGI
Oh,
bear that
fun.
gets into
Okay.
adventures.
Yeah,
You gonna
that's a
see
good
it?
place to go. I don't know. No, I will not see it. Do
I
you
didn't
want to
like
see it
that.
with me?
I didn't. No, thanks. Uh, that's not what they mean by spotlight. I didn't like, speaking of the president, that Snoop Dogg performed at the SNL music
I
thing,
heard
and
about
everybody's
that.
dancing. I'm like, well, hey, liberal elites, how quickly we forget. We're a little upset at him right now, and there's no
Why are
love
we
there.
upset?
And
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm behind on this part of the news.
it's a
Why are we?
fun life you live. I will tell you everything going on in this world.
Okay.
The Snoop Dogg said some years ago, "Hey, which of you sellout Uncle Tom bitches are going to perform for the president? The president's a piece of shit." Blah blah blah. Cut to this recent time, Snoop Dogg performed at a celebration for Trump DJ.
No, I didn't know
Maybe
that.
the audience didn't either at SNL. That's what I'm hoping.
Whoa, fuck. I'm sorry.
It was
F
uncomfortable.
word.
Yeah, yeah. You could say that here. I don't mind.
Thank you. Fuck.
You're actually very very welcome. Um, there was David Byrne and some bands were playing.
Wait, David Byrne did president?
David Byrne, same. You're gonna be amazed by all these, by the way. You know?
Okay, I'm not okay with that. Fuck that noise.
Oh, David Byrne? Oh no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. Sorry, no, no, no. SNL. David Byrne was there.
Oh, okay. So we didn't do Okay,
No,
okay,
no. You
okay,
could still
okay.
like
We
him.
love David Byrne.
Yeah,
Okay.
David
Yeah.
Byrne, St. Vincent, Joy Division all performed together, and then
Joy
they brought
Division.
out,
Yay.
the New Orleans band. And it makes me think of when I talked about them at the Super Bowl, these New Orleans bands, where they go, we're in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, and we love these jazz bands. Let's bring them out. And they play like three notes of When the Saints Go Marching, and then they cut the commercial. And even in
What?
this SNL thing, they start doing like they're leaving the audience like as, kind of half a marching band, but you can tell it didn't seem planned. You see security's faces like, what the fuck is going on? And then another commercial break, very, very abrupt. Just like,
I will
oh,
say,
okay.
remember when Lady Gaga opened up and I
Super
texted
Bowl?
you and I was like, you made
Yes.
me cry? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing. She was
Yeah.
great. We liked the Lady Gaga.
Cher performed.
Yes.
She was great. She said, "New face, same body. Thank you. Good night."
We love Cher. Have you gone on her Twitter?
I know she's political sometimes, right?
She's
Is that what you mean?
hilarious. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
funny. Mhm.
The regular SNL show. First of all, the Maybelline Lounge was fucking awesome. For those in the
Mhm.
know, it's the number one concealer in the U.S. Maybelline. I saw in a commercial, but then it has an asterisk. Like, can't you just rewrite it? That you need an asterisk looks weird. For what? For white women age 18 to 21, and there's no way to write that in a different way?
Mhm.
All right. Let's see some notes that I got here that might be interesting to you. Um, Leslie Jones did the red carpet. She's
Love
interviewing
her.
Kim Kardashian, and Leslie goes, "Here's my twin, Kim Kardashian," and Kim laughs, is like, "Ha, that's funny because I'm very hot." So that would be
Leslie
impossible.
Jones is amazing.
She was very fun.
Mhm.
I don't know if I knew this or not, but they did a quick thing of a Deep Thoughts. Do you remember Deep Thoughts by Jack
Yes, I do.
Candy? I
Jack
had the
Andy.
books. I loved him. That's his real name. I thought maybe it's like a hand job joke. Can you
Nope.
imagine your name is really Jack Candy?
Yes,
What kind
I
of
love
parents?
that sketch. I go way back to SNL. We are the same age. Wait, how old are you now? You're 50?
50 years old, and I
I'm
picked.
turning 49 soon, so I think we're of the same age
That's
range.
right.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
They did you know what? They did a section, and I thought it was very funny. And Tom Hanks was acting like it was going to be an in memoriam, but it was really in memoriam of sketches SNL shouldn't have done, whether it
Mm.
comes off racist or it's appropriating, maybe somebody's doing a Rastafarian accent that's overly exaggerated, this kind of thing. But they're not really apologizing. It wasn't a court ordered thing.
Mm.
We're laughing at it. Yes, okay, Alec Baldwin and Adam Sandler being a Boy Scout. That's child molestation that they're
Hmm.
laughing at. But if it was so not funny, you wouldn't re-air it. And I bring that up to say Larry Wilmore, the comedian, wrote, "Sorry, SNL, but you played that Richard Pryor Chevy Chase sketch where
Mhm.
it's word association and they're calling each other names back and forth. Chevy Chase calls Richard Pryor's character the N word, really says
Mhm.
it. Here they bleep it out, and vice versa calls Chevy a honky." And Larry wrote, "Sorry, SNL, but that Pryor Chase sketch is still dangerous, satirical, and funny. You should be proud of that when not ashamed." I'm not telling Larry Wilmore what comedy is, but it was a trick, so they can play it again, which they did. They played the whole sketch in that one. They
So
wanted you
I
to see it again. It's not like they're really apologizing.
so remember how we were going to ask Betsy Helmuth to be on the show
Yes,
with us? Her husband, who is now in the hospital, may he rest in power. He's doing fine.
he had a skiing
He wrote
accident, and I said, "Stick with VR, bro. You're old."
he wrote for the Larry Wilmer show. If I
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well, maybe
it's
he can explain comedy to Larry because
that's what I'm saying.
they weren't really apologizing. And somebody said, "Did they bleep that word out during the original podcast?" And you see all these comments after, like with indignation.
Mhm.
Nope. No, they certainly did not. Well, you have to. And there's a reason you have to now because white people are getting too comfortable saying it, even if they get it. They're trying to take this word back that's so fucking so bad. So you could show it, but yes, you should bleep it. And by the way, it happens to be racist Chevy Chase saying it. Now
Mhm.
we know he's a piece of shit. No, I don't want to hear him say it again.
Wait, Keith, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What's your favorite SNL sketch? I'll go
There were
first.
there were so many. I think as you're saying, but
I mean,
there were so
cowbell.
many. I couldn't even name who my favorite star is. There's it's I
The
love them.
cowbell, obviously.
Cowbell, sure.
But may I say the Brett Kavanaugh sketch with Matt Damon was so beautifully done because it is so real.
Yes, I do
And
like the
I thought
real
it was
ones. The ones
brilliantly done. Yeah.
the ones based on
What
real
about
shit.
you? Yeah, what about
Well,
you?
I don't want to say something frivolous after you talked about this guy that was probably a rapist and he's
Well,
defending
also
his love of
cowbell.
beer.
Cowbell. There was that,
Cowbell's
you know.
overrated at this point. Sure, it's cute.
Really?
Well, you know what? Here's what happens. Somebody
Okay.
will say something like, I don't know, do you like, and I do like you too, but I'm just gonna pick them. Like, do you like you too? And I'm like, well, I do. You two wouldn't be in my top 10. That's the truth. And so
Okay.
it's like, really? You don't like you two? No, I do. But 10 is only so many spaces. Like, really? They're
Hmm.
my favorite. Like, I know. And Rolling Stones? Oh, they're my favorite too. Yeah, every 10's a favorite. So I'm not shitting on this cowbell. I'm just saying,
Okay.
out of all the sketches, it's not even the top 100. There, I
So
said it.
what is the one that is top 100?
And I just saw 80,000 fucking references to sketches the other night.
Okay, so we I'll give you some time.
Okay,
I'll give you some time. I'm going to talk about me for a hot second.
please.
Hey everyone. Everyone's doing okay. I'm so proud of y'all doing the things. Keith's in love. I'm in love. Everyone's in love. And now, please do let Keith know. Oh, here we go. Getting some text. What your favorite SNL sketch is.
I
Also, say hello to Rod and Karen. Love, love,
Oh,
love.
you're really trying to make sure they don't shit on you. That's interesting.
It's fine. They know I'm not an asshole. So.
David S. Pumpkins is fucking brilliant.
So good. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Star Wars Undercover Boss, where Darth Vader acts like he's just a stormtrooper.
I
Um,
love how you're looking this up online, but okay, here
I'm
we
so
go.
well. They're reminding me, like there are ones that they're recommending that I didn't like.
David
I
S.
never,
Pumpkins is rest in
sure.
power. Best.
I
Best.
never got. I didn't get into the early stuff. Cheeseburger, buckwheat. I didn't get that shit.
Hmm.
And the
Mr.
Californians.
Robinson's Neighborhood.
It was cute and I understood it, but me. Sarah Palin with Tina Fey.
Yes. Yes, Tina Fey. We love.
Um, Jeopardy, white and black, always very funny. Celebrity Jeopardy and Black Jeopardy. Let's see here. Sweaty Balls was cute because I
Oh,
was a
sweaty
kid.
balls. We love the sweaty balls.
It was a kid. It was dirty, and in the future I would see that woman's ass. That was exciting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love that
Um,
story.
Chippendales, I always thought was just sad.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything, all the Lonely Island shit.
Mm-hmm.
Almost always the videos are the
The
best.
yes, correct.
All right. So that counts, right? I did all right.
I feel like you did fine. And
Okay.
also,
You
what a
did
great
fine.
celebration of amazing, some good comedy.
Right. Let's see if anything's of interest here in my notes. Lawrence Welk, Robert Goulet, and Kristen Wiig with the tiny hands. I never really got, but when I see
Hmm.
that Kristen Wiig's character has a big forehead, she's trying to
Yes.
get as if we know Robert Goulet and Lawrence Welk. But anyway, Robert Goulet is like this always in this sketch is deciding which of these three sisters he's going to marry, and then the fourth one comes out with a big forehead and tiny hands,
Hmm.
and so that's the joke. But when I see that, I'm like, you know what? Somebody really looks like that. And every time that sketch comes on, they're like, motherfucker. I can't overthink that.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh, Miley Cyrus played "Nothing Compares to You,"
Oh, fun.
and
Wasn't that the oh no, that was when SNL they canceled the person, Sinead O'Connor,
Sinead O'Connor did a song and
the Pope.
about
Played
abuse
the
in
real enemy, and
general.
then she ripped up the Pope, and they took, yeah.
So I
They also had
wondered.
Elon Musk on their show, so that's fun.
I was hoping Miley Cyrus would rip up a picture of something. Kanye, the Nazi symbol, Trump. Everybody was picking on Lorne
Hmm.
Michaels. Maybe that would be funny. There were so many options. She didn't rip up nothing though. That was too
Yeah,
bad. I was
that was
excited.
weird.
I'm like, come on, rip up something. Bill Murray he did the news anchor one time in the past or for a bit,
Hmm.
and so he was on there for a section during a weekend update, and he goes, "All right, now let's rank the weekend update hosts in the past." And first he goes, "First
Oh
we'll start with
shit.
the black hosts," and he holds up, and there's only one, Michael Che.
Michael
He's like,
Che.
"Michael
Michael
Che,
Che,
number
yeah.
one." Then he
Mm.
has a list of the top 10, and in there somewhere was the great Norm Macdonald. And then he goes, you know what I like the most about Norm? He made me think maybe OJ could have done it.
Ah.
But it is funny that racist Chevy Chase wasn't in any of the show, and I wonder if he was like, why don't you put me in? Because you're putting everybody in past and present, and I wonder if they're like, oh, you know what? You're such it's your day. We're actually really honoring you, so you just relax and
He's
watch.
the
But
first one to say live from New York at Saturday night.
right, right,
Hmm.
and more than a couple people said Saturday Night Live became a thing because of him in the first fucking place, but they didn't want him in any sketches because he's a piece of
I
shit.
did not know. Okay, I got to do a bunch of
Yeah,
research. It's been a long day, Keith.
sure, sure,
Wow. Okay.
sure. They talked about questionable guests that they had as host: O.J. Simpson, Robert Blake, Puff Diddy, Nelly.
Donald Trump and fucking Elon
They
Musk.
should have added them, right? Jared from
They were
Subway.
not added. Oh, that's fun. That's hilarious. Okay.
Oh,
Here's to that.
and
Here's some
here's
7 Up.
something. They had cheers to that. They had Eddie Murphy was in the Black Jeopardy sketch, and then he was at the end. He was in a sketch where him and Keenan Thompson are in jail, and they're doing some scared straight thing to like three white kids. Yeah,
Wow.
obviously cast members, and yelling shit at him. But I think because Eddie Murphy was in the music thing that only aired on Peacock, where the
Hmm.
musicians did curse, and because I just said the pedophile thing in A minor, it was anything fucking goes. I think Eddie Murphy got confused because he kept cursing during this sketch, and nobody was cursing because it's on regular NBC, and he's like, "You watch your mouth, I'll fucking rape you," and I'm like, "That was not a cue card."
Okay. Okay. Do you remember when Eddie Murphy called out Bill Cosby last time he hosted?
Yes, yes,
That was amazing.
yes,
Because Bill Cosby is a fucking rapist, so I can say
yes.
it out loud. And I
Sorry
said
that I
it.
cursed during my show, you fucking rapist. Right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, but
Paul
he's out
McCartney.
of jail. He's fine. He's
Right.
doing good.
Paul McCartney closed out the show, did the trio or those four songs that are all together. The road,
Oh yeah,
carry
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
weight, you never give me your
Carry
money.
that
Yeah,
way.
and it was great. It was like 3.5 hours, and then at the end they have all these people on stage that they shove up there. The way they do their closing
Hmm.
things, and you try to figure out who doesn't have any friends. Somehow Dave Chappelle found himself in the front again. I'm like, what did you do? Like,
Dave
how do you find
Chappelle.
yourself in there? Really just sneaking? I don't.
He,
It's like
he
you
he snuck in
again.
there. Good for him.
Good for him. You
Mhm.
introduce somebody with a cigarette in your mouth on that show, but yes, you should be in the front. Why not? Why
Yeah,
not?
we enjoy the smoking in
We're,
public.
we're
I
Dave
used to
Chappelle.
smoke cigarettes.
You miss it?
I do very much so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love smoking. Mm.
Bring that back for 50.
Nah. I'm gonna wait till
Okay.
I'm 80 if I
All
make it
right.
to 80.
Do you look cool?
I just enjoy it. You know what I love about it? And for those people who are trying to quit smoking,
Hmm.
just so you
I
know,
see you and I hear
no,
you.
my therapist said to me, it's an inhale, hold your breath, and an
Okay.
exhale. So basically, you're learning how to meditate, but you were given nicotine, which calms you down. And there's
Sure.
no shame in that game, and there's no shame, and you should quit, but just make sure you inhale and exhale.
Yes, but just inhaling and exhaling air doesn't really make you fun dizzy.
No, but also cigarettes got kind of tiring out. Also, my lungs, no bueno.
Sure.
They don't
You know
like
what? They had a commercial that I saw during SNL, and you might have saw it in other stuff, but
COPD.
it's no, no. This one is for teenagers,
Oh,
and the teenagers are yelling at their parents, whether they're yelling at a teacher at school or at home. It's like, Mom, shut up, shut the fuck up. Like, what am I doing with my kid? And I dated somebody with kids, and they had attitude sometimes to their parents.
you're
Um,
currently dating someone with a kid also as well. So,
Sure, but not old enough that I'm seeing problems, you know. So
uh,
we'll see, we'll see. That's when I'll jump in. But anyway, in this commercial, it goes, our kids acting out and all this nicotine. It's not good for him. Like, it wasn't nicotine, okay, that I
yeah.
saw. I'm just saying. Fuck
I,
you, mom. What's the problem? He snuck a cigarette. Okay,
and honestly, I feel like we're shaming people who smoke cigarettes because it's anti-anxiety medication, right?
okay,
And that's what tobacco actually makes you feel calmer. And if we don't have
right,
access to medications that make us calmer, for example, when I get in an aeroplane, oh
hmm,
no, I need to
right.
take a Xanax.
They should bring back smoking on flights now after all this bullshit, right?
I feel like that's great. I'm going to take a Xanax when I go to Scotland. And if takeoff, landing, plane goes upside down, I'll be like, "Hey y'all,
Right.
I'm still here. Everything's fine."
When's your flight?
What?
When is your flight?
It's the
What?
first week of August. I haven't officially booked the flight. I booked the hotel.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
But I am seeing Oasis.
That's
I'll not
right.
tell you the I'll tell you the flight number when I start taking off.
Okay. Well,
And if you see me upside down, be like, "Hey, it was nice to know ya."
right. Well, if I see the plane upside down, I'm going on TikTok right away. See what's
That's
doing.
cool. Yeah,
How do we
yeah, yeah.
follow you now?
You can go on Blue Sky.
Okay.
SPK Heller on Blue Sky, and or you can just email me at katharineheller@gmail.com.
Do you find a difference on Blue Sky? Is it less toxic?
So much
Yeah.
better. We talked about this, yeah.
Okay.
It's great. I freaking love it.
All right. There you
Well,
go.
friends, everyone, hello. Good to see you again. And yeah.
All right. What are you gonna do in your immediate future now that you got that cookie advice or cookie warning? What do they call those cookies? You
What do
have
you mean?
cookies in front of you. They have shit in
Oh yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so
Fortune
it says,
cookies.
yeah,
Yes.
fortunately, it says this year will be full of surprises.
Okay. All right. So
And
I guess you just wait it out then, right?
we're gonna wait it out.
Okay.
I'll
Me, I
hit you
have to
back.
find a
Oh,
spotlight.
by the way, if you go onto the Edinburgh Zoo dot UK,
I will.
you can go onto the live penguin cam. I am staying 8 minute walk away from the Edinburgh Zoo, and the penguins are activated pretty much all the time, and they're hilarious.
Do you do that for like anti-stress? Do
Yeah,
you click on it?
yeah, yeah. I click on the news and I click on the penguins
That's
and
what
the
I say.
koalas.
I got a buddy trying to quit smoking. I'm gonna be like, have you ever heard of
Yo, check
penguins?
out the penguin cam on the
Yeah.
Edinburgh Zoo. It's
Right.
bananas. Also the koalas. You know, the giraffes, they show up occasionally, but there's a bunch. Are you going on it right now?
Do they do? I'm looking right now and I see that it's really just a puppy with zebra stripes. But you sons of bitches!
Wait, are you on the
No,
penguins?
no.
You're not on the
Well,
penguins,
how would I
dude?
go? I'm busy. We're talking.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know we
Well,
had
do it
snack
after we get
minute, but
off. Okay.
yeah, all right. I'll close it out just so I can see them. Thank you so much for your time. What else should the audience know? I, of course, big fan of neo-futurists.
Oh, that's right. I am going to be back in the New York Neo Futurist Live Theater starting March 15th. Oh, and it's going to be my last run. I'm leaving the company soon, but I will still be in the company doing Halloween shows, etc.
Your last run. This is where she's gonna lay it all out. I've seen tits. I've seen ass. There's gonna be
Yeah, yeah,
clitoris.
it's
I
my eighth
think.
year. This is me officially saying I'm leaving the company, but I will still be a part of the company.
Okay. All right. Excellent. What's that mean? You write? You'll write for them with
Yeah,
them or
yeah,
what?
yeah, I'll still be in the show. It just means
Okay.
that I don't have to be at 23 weeks out of the year.
I
I'm living
see.
in.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Okay, well, good for you. You've earned it.
Oh, huge
Come and go as you
announcement.
want.
There we
Yeah.
are.
All right. Catherine, thank you so much. Love to
Keith, thank
Deborah.
you.
Love to your snuggle buddy. Sounds more like a fuck buddy, but whatever works for you guys. And,
Check out the Penguins.
I'll check out the Penguins, and that'll calm me down about Severance. That is going to be the poll. I think I'm done with Severance, and I think I'm very proud of myself. It's sad. It's a shame, but I'm going to have 5 hours of free time to do with whatever I want. Penguins, cookies. All right, everybody. Love you. Thank you.